Hey coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to Global Coin News. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of United States Lincoln wheat pennies. You might think these tiny 1-cent coins are just pocket change, but some of them are worth serious money in the collector market. In this video we're going to explore the top 6 most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies ever, including different mint marks and exceptional conditions that make them rare, sought after, and highly valuable in today's market. From mint errors to condition rarities, this is a guide every collector or casual enthusiast should watch all the way through. Before we jump in, if you enjoy content about rare coins, historic pieces, and investment-grade collectibles, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. So let's get started. First up, the United States Lincoln wheat penny 1 cent from 1943, struck in steel, showing a silver-gray appearance with natural rust and wear, and carrying no mint mark. This coin often looks ordinary at first glance, but behind its unique color and texture lies a powerful wartime story and a surprising level of collector interest in today's auction market. Many people still find these coins in old collections or inherited jars, not realizing that certain examples can carry meaningful value depending on condition, originality, and preservation. The story of the 1943 Lincoln steel wheat penny begins during World War II, when the United States faced a severe copper shortage. Copper was urgently needed for military equipment such as ammunition and wiring, so the U.S. Mint made a historic decision to change the composition of the 1-cent coin. Instead of the traditional bronze, the penny was struck on zinc-coated steel planchets. This made 1943 the only year in which U.S. pennies were officially issued in steel for general circulation. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint carried no mint mark, making the no mint mark variety the most widely struck but also the most commonly found today. Despite high mintage numbers, these coins quickly became unpopular with the public because they rusted easily and were often confused with dimes. Visually, the 1943 steel wheat penny stands out immediately. Its silver-gray color gives it a completely different look compared to copper pennies, and over time many examples develop rust spots, dark stains, or surface pitting when the zinc coating wears off. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait remains sharp and dignified, with the date 1943 clearly visible beneath him and the word Liberty behind his shoulder. The reverse features the classic wheat ears design framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above. Even in rusty or worn condition, the design details often remain strong, making this coin easily identifiable and historically appealing. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1943 steel penny without a mint mark occupies a unique space in the numismatic world. While it is not rare in terms of survival numbers, it is highly collectible because of its wartime origin and distinctive composition. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Coins with heavy rust, corrosion, or deep pitting are generally considered damaged and command lower prices. However, lightly circulated examples with original gray surfaces, minimal rust, and clear details remain desirable to collectors building complete Lincoln cent sets. Coins that still retain much of their zinc coating, even with natural aging, are especially attractive in today's market. In the current auction and collector market, value varies widely depending on condition. A 1943 steel wheat penny without a mint mark in heavily rusted or worn condition may sell for around $378,000. In average circulated condition with light rust or discoloration, values typically range from $565,000. Well-preserved examples with minimal corrosion and strong eye appeal can reach $750,000 or more. Uncirculated or professionally graded pieces in top condition can sell for well over $1.6 million, especially when competition is strong at auction. It is important to note that claims of extremely high values usually apply to rare errors or the famous 1943 copper penny. For collectors, there are several important tips to keep in mind. Always test your 1943 penny with a magnet, as genuine steel scents will stick to it. Avoid cleaning the coin, especially if rust is present, because cleaning can permanently reduce collector value. Store steel pennies in dry, airtight holders to prevent further corrosion, and consider professional grading if the coin appears unusually well preserved. Learning to recognize natural aging versus damage will help you make smarter buying and selling decisions in the marketplace. The 1943 Lincoln steel wheat penny 1 cent without a mint mark is a powerful reminder of America's wartime ingenuity and sacrifice. Its silver-gray color, susceptibility to rust, and historical background make it one of the most recognizable coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. While not every example is worth a fortune, many still hold respectable value and strong collector demand when preserved correctly. If you own one of these coins, you're holding a small but meaningful piece of World War II history, and in the right condition, it could be far more valuable than its humble 1-cent face value. Next up, we are exploring the United States Lincoln Wheat penny 1-cent coin dated 1946 with no mint mark, found in circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary, but behind its worn copper surface lies a powerful post-war history and a growing demand in today's action market. If you have ever wondered whether an old penny from your change jar could be worth serious money, this video is for you. The story of the 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny begins at a turning point in American history. The year 1946 marked the first full year after World War II, a time when the United States was transitioning from wartime production to peacetime prosperity. These pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why they carry no mint mark. The Lincoln Wheat penny series itself began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. By 1946, the design had already become an American icon, symbolizing stability, resilience, and national pride during a period of rebuilding and hope. When it comes to design and features, the 1946 no mint mark wheat penny carries classic details that collectors love. On the obverse, you'll find Victor D. Brenner's famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust." Above, Liberty, to the left, and the date 1946 to the right. The reverse displays two wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum at the top. Struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, this coin has a warm reddish-brown tone that becomes deeper and richer with age, especially in circulated condition, giving each piece its own unique character. Although the 1946 wheat penny without a mint mark was produced in large numbers, rarity does not always mean low mintage alone. In today's collector market, demand is driven by condition, originality, and eye appeal. Circulated examples are common, but collectors still seek well-preserved circulated coins with strong details, minimal damage, and natural color. Pennies that survive decades of circulation without heavy corrosion, deep scratches, or cleaning marks are becoming harder to find. Additionally, error varieties such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubled features can dramatically increase desirability and value. In terms of current market value, the 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark shows steady collector interest. In average circulated condition, these coins typically sell for a few cents above face value, often ranging from 10 cents to 50 cents depending on eye appeal. However, higher-grade circulated examples with sharp details and smooth surfaces can reach $680,000. Coins graded in uncirculated condition can sell for significantly more, and rare error examples or high-grade certified coins have been known to bring tens or even $875,000 at auction. The market remains active, especially as more collectors seek affordable entry points into classic U.S. coinage. For collectors looking to maximize value, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. Always examine your 1946 wheat penny carefully under good lighting and magnification, checking for errors, unusual markings, or strong original luster beneath the wear. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can severely reduce collector value. Proper storage is also essential. Using coin flips or holders can help prevent further wear or environmental damage. If you believe you have a particularly nice example or a possible error, consider professional grading to authenticate and preserve its value. The 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny 1-cent coin without a mint mark may be a millionaire maker on its own, but it represents something far more important in the world of collecting. It is a tangible piece of American history, born in the aftermath of World War II, carrying the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the resilience of a nation. In circulated condition, it remains accessible to collectors while still offering real value and strong market demand. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned numismatist, this humble penny proves that even the smallest coins can hold powerful stories and meaningful worth. Next up, the United States Lincoln Wheat penny 1 cent dated 1944 without a mint mark, found in circulated condition. At first glance, this coin may look ordinary, even common, but behind its worn copper surface lies a powerful story of wartime America, strong collector demand, and surprising market value that continues to grow. Stay with us until the end, because you may be holding a valuable piece of history without even realizing it. To truly understand the importance of the 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny, we need to step back into American history. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real historical person. By 1944, the United States was deeply involved in World War II. Just 1 year earlier, in 1943, pennies were made of steel due to copper shortages. In 1944, copper returned, but it was not ordinary copper. These pennies were struck using recycled copper shell casings from wartime ammunition, making the 1944 wheat penny a true symbol of America's war effort and resilience. The coins without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which struck hundreds of millions of cents to meet the nation's demand for small change during this critical period. When it comes to unique features, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny has many details that collectors love. On the obverse, you'll find Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile facing right, with the word, Liberty, clearly visible behind him and the date, 1944, placed in front. The phrase, "In God We Trust," arches above Lincoln's head, a powerful reminder of American values during uncertain times. The absence of a mint mark below the date indicates that the coin was struck in Philadelphia. On the reverse, the famous wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum proudly displayed above. The coin's composition is approximately 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a warm reddish-brown tone when well preserved, or a darker brown color when heavily circulated. Even in circulated condition, the strong design elements and historical connection make this coin highly desirable. Rarity plays a major role in collector demand, and while the 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark is not rare in terms of mintage numbers, rarity changes dramatically when condition and errors come into play. Millions were produced, but most entered circulation and experienced decades of wear. Finding examples with clear details, strong wheat lines, and readable lettering is becoming more difficult as time passes. Collectors are especially interested in circulated coins that still show solid detail and natural aging. Additionally, certain era varieties from 1944 have become legendary, such as the extremely rare 1944 steel penny, which was mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from 1943. These era coins can sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars, but even standard copper examples gain value when preserved well. The steady demand from both beginner and advanced collectors ensures that this coin remains an important part of the numismatic market. Now let's talk about current market value, which is the question everyone wants answered. In circulated condition, a standard 1944 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark typically sells for more than its face value, often ranging from $568,000 depending on wear, color, and eye appeal. Coins with stronger details, original surfaces, and minimal damage can command higher prices. In extremely fine to about uncirculated condition, values can rise into the $620,000 range. High-grade uncirculated examples certified by professional grading services can sell for significantly more, sometimes reaching $857,000 or beyond. Era varieties, especially the famous 1944 steel cent, are in a completely different league, with auction prices reaching into the $2.5 million. Market values can fluctuate based on demand, copper prices, and collector interest, so staying updated is essential. For collectors, owning a 1944 wheat penny can be both rewarding and educational. One of the most important tips is to always handle your coins carefully. Avoid cleaning them, as cleaning can drastically reduce value by damaging the original surface. Store your pennies in protective holders, such as coin flips or albums, to prevent further wear and environmental damage. Learn how to recognize key features like mint marks, weight, and color, and consider using a magnet to check for rare steel errors. Educating yourself about grading standards will also help you understand the true condition and value of your coins. If you believe you have a high-quality or unusual example, professional authentication and grading may be worth considering. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent dated 1944 without a mint mark is far more than just an old coin. It is a powerful piece of American history, born from the challenges of World War II and shaped by the nation's resilience. Even in circulated condition, it holds meaningful value and strong collector appeal, with prices that continue to rise as time goes on. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or someone just beginning their coin collecting journey, this penny is a reminder that extraordinary value can sometimes be found in the most ordinary places. So take a closer look at your pocket change, your old jars, and family collections. Next up, the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent dated 1941 with no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin may look like an ordinary old penny, but when found in very fine condition, it carries strong historical importance, collector demand, and surprising market value in today's active numismatic marketplace. This is a coin that proves age, preservation, and story can transform a simple cent into a meaningful collectible worth far more than its face value. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse shows Lincoln's right-facing portrait with the words, "In God We Trust," above, liberty, to the left, and the date to the right. By the time 1941 arrived, the United States was standing on the edge of World War II, and these pennies were part of everyday life during one of the most critical periods in American history. Every 1941 wheat penny circulated through hands that lived through the Great Depression's aftermath and the nation's entry into a global conflict, giving this coin deep emotional and historical significance. The 1941 wheat penny without a mint mark was produced exclusively at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use mint marks at the time. Millions were struck to meet the country's growing economic needs, yet survival in very fine condition is what separates a common example from a desirable collector piece. These coins were made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving them that rich reddish-brown tone that collectors admire today. Over decades of circulation, many were worn down, scratched, cleaned improperly, or lost altogether, making higher-grade survivors increasingly appealing. What makes the 1941 wheat penny truly special are its classic design features and strong strike quality. On a well-preserved example, Lincoln's hair detail remains sharp, the cheekbone shows light wear but clear definition, and the wheat stalks on the reverse are still bold and separated. The words 1 cent and United States of America remain strong, while E pluribus unum is fully readable across the top. In very fine condition, the coin displays moderate wear on the highest points but retains most major design details, which is exactly what collectors look for when balancing affordability and quality. Rarity plays an interesting role in the value of this coin. While the 1941 Philadelphia wheat penny is rare in terms of mintage numbers, it becomes increasingly scarce in higher preserved states. Collector demand is driven not just by rarity alone, but by condition, eye appeal, and historical context. Many collectors aim to complete full Lincoln Wheat Penny date sets, and the 1941 issue is an essential piece. Others seek wartime-era coins specifically, making this penny a consistent favorite in the market. Coins with original surfaces, natural color, and no signs of harsh cleaning are especially sought after and can command premium prices. When it comes to current market value in dollars, a 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny in very fine condition typically trades higher than circulated examples. In today's collector market, values can range from around 30 to 75 cents for standard very fine coins, but attractive pieces with strong detail, pleasing color, and no damage can sell for several $680,000. If the coin approaches extremely fine condition or shows near full wheat lines and strong facial detail, values can rise further. Certified examples graded by professional services often sell for $3 million even more, especially when demand is high. Its steady appreciation and historical charm make it a solid and respected collectible. For collectors, there are important tips to keep in mind when dealing with a 1941 wheat penny. Always examine the coin under good lighting to assess wear, color, and surface quality. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can drastically reduce its value. Store it in a protective holder, such as a mylar flip or coin capsule, to prevent further wear and environmental damage. Learning basic grading standards will help you understand whether your coin truly qualifies as very fine or higher. It is also wise to compare recent auction results and dealer prices to stay updated on current market trends. The United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent from 1941 without a mint mark is far more than an old piece of copper. It is a historical artifact from a defining moment in American history, a beautifully designed coin with timeless appeal, and a collectible that continues to hold value in today's active market. In very fine condition, it represents the perfect balance between affordability, history, and collector demand. Whether you are a beginner building your first collection or an experienced numismatist appreciating classic U.S. coinage, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny remains a worthy and rewarding addition that proves even small coins can carry big stories and real dollar value. Next up, we are diving into a fascinating piece of American history. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark in extra fine condition. This is not just any penny, it's a coin that represents decades of American coinage, a piece of history that has survived the wear and tear of time while gaining value in the eyes of collectors. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting your journey into the world of coins, this particular 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is one that deserves your attention. Its story is rich, its features are unique, and its presence in the collector market continues to attract both passion and investment. The history of the Lincoln Wheat Penny is as compelling as the coin itself. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait, breaking away from the traditional allegorical designs that had dominated coinage for decades. The wheat ears on the reverse side, which gave the coin its nickname, symbolized prosperity and America's agrarian roots. By 1956, the Lincoln Wheat Penny was already a well-established and widely circulated coin, minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The D mint mark on this coin indicates it was struck in Denver, adding a layer of collectability due to variations in mintage and production quality between the different mints. The 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny stands out due to several unique features. Its obverse showcases the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with sharp details in the hair, beard, and facial lines, especially when preserved in extra fine condition. The word, Liberty, and the date, 1956, remain crisp and clear, which is a crucial factor for collectors seeking coins with high detail and minimal wear. On the reverse, the twin wheat ears are well defined, encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto, E pluribus unum, clearly visible above. The extra fine condition ensures that these details are not just legible but nearly pristine, making the coin exceptionally attractive for collectors who value visual appeal alongside historical significance. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition is considered a desirable find. While millions of these pennies were minted, most have circulated extensively, resulting in worn surfaces and diminished detail. An extra fine coin, by numismatic standards, retains much of its original mint luster and detail, showing only minor wear on the highest points of the design. Coins in this grade are far less common than those in average circulated condition, which makes them particularly valuable for collectors seeking a high-quality specimen from this era. The Denver Mint, noted for its slightly lower production numbers compared to Philadelphia, further enhances the collectability of this specific coin. In terms of current market value, the 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in extra fine condition commands a significant price in the collector market. Depending on the coin's exact grade, demand, and market conditions, such a penny can sell for anywhere between $385,000 in retail sales, while auction prices for coins with exceptional eye appeal and flawless surfaces may exceed $1.5 million. For investors and collectors, this coin represents a low entry point into historical numismatics with the potential for steady appreciation, especially as older coins continue to become scarcer over time. For collectors looking to acquire or preserve a 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny, there are several key tips to keep in mind. Always examine the coin carefully for wear, scratches, or discoloration, as these factors significantly affect value. Storing the coin in a protective holder, away from moisture and excessive handling, will maintain its extra fine condition for years to come. Additionally, consider consulting reputable coin dealers or certified grading services, as professional verification can confirm authenticity and grade, ensuring your investment is secure. Staying informed about auction results and market trends will also help you make educated decisions when buying or selling rare Lincoln Wheat Pennies. The 1956 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark in extra fine condition is much more than a small piece of copper. It is a tangible connection to American history and an enduring symbol of the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Its rich history, well-preserved details, and rarity in high-grade condition make it a standout coin for collectors and investors alike. Owning such a coin is not just about monetary value. It is about holding a piece of the past, appreciating its artistry, and participating in the timeless pursuit of numismatic excellence. For anyone passionate about coins, the 1956 D Lincoln Wheat Penny offers both a fascinating story and a rewarding collector experience that continues to captivate enthusiasts around the world. Next up, the 1941 United States Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark. Now, this isn't just any penny from your pocket change. This 1-cent piece carries the iconic Lincoln design from a tumultuous period in world history and still draws attention in the coin market today. We're going to dive deep into its story, what makes it special, how to assess its condition, and most importantly, what it could be worth right now in the dollar market. Whether you're a beginner collector or a seasoned numismatist, stick around as we uncover the full story behind this 1941 wheat penny. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny is part of one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this design replaced the Indian head cent and became the first circulating U.S. coin to portray a real person. It was the work of sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose profile of Lincoln became an instant classic. The reverse side featured two stylized ears of wheat, symbolizing prosperity and growth, a fitting emblem during the challenges of the Great Depression and World War II era. By 1941, America was on the brink of entering World War II, yet everyday life continued with coins like this circulating in daily commerce. The penny was struck in Philadelphia, which is why those without a mint mark such as the one we're discussing were so abundant compared to other mint locations. Now let's take a closer look at what makes the 1941 wheat penny distinctive. On the obverse, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's right-facing bust. The words, "In God We Trust," arch along the top, "Liberty" stands to the left, and the date 1941 rests prominently beneath Lincoln's chin. On the reverse, you'll find the classic wheat stalk motif framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above. The composition of these pennies was 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, making them sturdy yet beautifully patinated over time. Most 1941 pennies, especially those without a mint mark, circulated extensively and show varying degrees of wear, which affects their visual appeal and market value. It's worth noting that although a missing mint mark might sound unusual to some, for this year it simply means the coin was made in Philadelphia, a practice normal for the time and not, in itself, a rarity or error. So, how rare is the 1941 no mint mark wheat penny? In terms of sheer numbers, not very. The Philadelphia Mint struck an enormous 887,018,000 of these pieces, making them one of the most common coins in the Lincoln Wheat series. That means finding one in change or in a box of old pennies is something many collectors experience often. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. A heavily circulated penny with worn details is common and generally only worth a few cents beyond its face value. Conversely, if your coin retains much of its original surface, sharp detail, and perhaps a rich, original red or red-brown color, it can be far more attractive to collectors and thus more valuable. Extreme wear might smooth Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks, while better preserved coins show crisp lettering and strong relief. These subtle differences in wear define interest among collectors. Now let's talk money. In a circulated condition, a 1941 no mint mark Lincoln Wheat penny generally trades for just a few cents to under $1 in most coin markets today, and that's because of how many were minted and remain available. According to recent coin value guides, average circulated examples often fall in the ballpark of 5 to 80 plus cents, depending on how worn they are and their eye appeal. That said, coins in nearly uncirculated grades or with original reddish surfaces can command higher prices, sometimes several dollars. For example, certified coins graded MS64 or MS66 with attractive color might be worth roughly $2.5 million or more among collectors and at auction platforms. These upper-grade survivors are far less common than those seen in everyday change, and are what drive collector demand for this date. Unique varieties and era coins from 1941 like double die obverse and off-center strikes can be worth significantly more, sometimes into the $4 million, but that's a topic for a specialized video. Here's some valuable advice if you're collecting or evaluating these coins. First, always handle old coins carefully by the edges. Oils from your fingers can further alter their surfaces. Use proper lighting and magnification to study wear, color, and detail. If you believe you have a higher grade coin, consider submitting it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, because certified coins with high grades tend to sell for more. Compare prices from real sale data, not just seller asking prices online. Often sellers list inflated prices that don't reflect what collectors actually pay. And most importantly, enjoy the hunt. The thrill of finding a well-preserved wheat penny in circulation or a box of old coins is part of the joy of numismatics. The 1941 United States Lincoln Wheat penny without mint mark might be the rarest coin out there, but it's a beautiful tranche of American history that millions once used in everyday commerce. Its iconic design, connection to a pivotal era, and the potential for discovering well-preserved examples make it appealing to both new collectors and seasoned enthusiasts alike. While most will value just a few cents in circulated condition, standout specimens with original surfaces and high grades can fetch significantly more in today's collector market. Keep those old coins safe, learn how to assess their condition, and you never know when one might surprise you with hidden numismatic value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more collector insights, and leave a comment telling us which coin you'd want most in your collection. Happy hunting, and until next time, keep your eyes open and your coins safe.